This is it. This is what the meaning of life is all about. What is up, my good friends? We're here in the wonderful city of Los Angeles, here at Echo Park. This is Echo Park. It's actually my first time here. And so what are we doing today? We're just gonna hang out and take some pictures. The gear we'll be using today will be the Canon R along with the 28-70 RF $3,000 L series lens. That lens has been my favorite lens that I've ever used. And today's challenge is we will be using it at only 70 millimeters and 35 millimeters. And then that's it. Of course, at f2, right now what we're doing is we're just waiting for our model to show up. But before she gets here, we're gonna just scope this place out and see what we can photograph.
Y'all ready for this? Yeah.
Now, because it's really sunny, we will be looking for some shade. And of course, we'll be photographing in the sun as well. You know, to be honest, at one point in my life, I was about to switch over to Sony until Canon announced, not the R, but the 28-70 f2 lens. When Canon first released the specs of the 28-70 f2, that's when I decided to stick with Canon. Not because of the R or the RP, but because of the 28-70 f2 lens. Now, if the Lego company or a potato chip company or Nintendo would have released a 28-70 f2 lens, then I'd be shooting with a Nintendo camera. But fortunately for me, I was already part of the Canon system. I was this close to moving to Sony. But when Canon announced that 28-70 f2, I was like, this is it. This is what the meaning of life is all about. And you know what else is crazy? Now that I have this lens, I no longer crave the 50 millimeter 1.2 or the 85 millimeter 1.2. My second lens became 24 to 240 millimeter RF lens, which is a super fantastic, fun, and awesome lens. Where are we? Now, I do have a habit of shooting with circular polarizer filters. Like right now, this lens, I'm actually shooting this with the 16 to 35, and in between the lens and the body, I have a circular polarizer filter. But the circular polarizer filter for the 28-70, I accidentally left at home like a Dumas. Live and learn, live and learn. You know, scoping this place out, I don't understand why I've never been here. I've heard of this place and I've lived around the area. I mean, I've lived in LA all my life, but I've never been here and I've heard of Echo Park. Okay, something I was not expecting here was fishing. I wasn't expecting people to be fishing, and people are fishing here. I don't know what you can catch here, but they're catching stuff, I guess. I had no idea fishing was okay here. Is it?
Yeah, it's okay, yeah.
Cool, what is it you guys catch here? Oh, that's cool, bass and trout, interesting. Look at that bait right there. That's what they're using for bait. Pretty cool. Is it alive? Did you guys catch it here? And you're using it for bait. That's awesome. Just so you know, I'm actually filming this with the Canon RP with the EF 16 to 35 millimeter 2.8 lens. For the adapter, I'm using a circular polarizer filter. My settings are 60 frames a second, full HD, everything's automatic. Nothing's really manual. Just figure it out for yourself. Canon, figure it out. Am I overexposed, underexposed? No big deal. Oh, and for the mic, I'm actually using a Rode wireless mic that I have right here. Here, check it out, check it out. So this is it. It's kind of like a necklace, whatever. And I have it under my shirt. And like that, I don't have it clipped onto anything. I mean, whatever, no big deal. Okay, so Nancy's here. What's up, Nancy? What's going on? And I'm thinking we're gonna start over there, where those big leaves are. Okay, so we're gonna start with these guys right here. Let's see if we can incorporate them somehow. The problem is there's no shade, so we're gonna be in the sun, but we'll figure it out. We'll see what we get. Okay, so for our next location, we're gonna use this tree right here. We're gonna kind of hide her in between the leaves. and see what we get. So this would be location number 3. We have direct sunlight hitting Nancy, so we're probably gonna place her right here in the shade. So come over here a little. Actually, we're gonna put you over here, Nancy. And we're gonna expose for Nancy, and then we'll see what we get with the background since it is in the sun. But we're gonna be shooting at 35 again and 70 millimeters. Okay, next location, we're gonna use these lavender flowers as our background while Nancy just chills here, sitting down, and we're gonna try and avoid to get any sunlight on her face. Okay, location number 4, 5, I don't even know. Okay, so Nancy changed her outfit, and we're gonna use this right here. Okay, so for our next shoot is we're gonna try and use the water fountain over there, have Nancy over here. The sun is right there, right behind Nancy. So I'm gonna expose for Nancy, kind of lower the exposure a little bit and try to get some dynamic range. And of course at 70 millimeter and 35 millimeter. We're gonna try and use that as the background, and Nancy's gonna be leaning up against this tree. We're gonna be using the shade. Okay, so we are almost done, and for our other location, we're gonna shoot right here in this little corner, this area. The sun is right behind Nancy, as you can see. The shadows are kind of leaning in towards me. And we're gonna use these rails and that background. Okay, so we are done with the photo shoot, and what do you think? Is the lens worth it?